possible. We thank you for not only tuning in, but we thank you for doing epic and being part of the Monster family. Because of you, all things are possible. I'm Riot, and alongside me is the world famous Misty, and we welcome you to Monster Monday.
Yay. Yay.
Hey, welcome to Monster Monday, everybody. It is Monday, the 20th of April already. I can't believe how fast this month is going by. Like, it's just crazy that to think, we only have a week left and we're going to be kicking the end of this week. So it's just crazy, but good to see you again. Did you have an exciting, fun weekend?
Not really.
And you just like bang out the new hat. When did you change hats? Like there's the Lady Monster hats that were the big unveiling today. So I think that's pretty funny. And we were just talking pre-show and I look away at the calendar. I look back and she's got the hat on. So these are the hats that I spent a lot of time designing and pretty much the whole winter designing and really put a lot of Riot effort into this, and I think they look awesome. I gotta share. Shit, I'm having trouble sharing a photo. Maybe I can share my screen. Just open up this because I got some really cool hats. But these are really cool. A great design. I really like them, and I can't. I can't say that I took credit for it because I wanted Lady Monster hats, but I was just dropping the ball on doing it. And so I reached out to my go-to that does cool shit, and then Riot takes credit for it, and that's Renee. And Renee was going to talk to me and get ideas. And I had told Craig, I said, all I want to see is a box of hats and a bill. Like you figure the rest out and and we'll go from there. So it's really cool. I got a text here with the hat. And is that hat like it almost looks like kind of felt? Is that like
It is. It's leather.
Like a
red
it is
leather. Velvet.
Yeah.
Like velvet. Or suede. Suede is what I want to.
Yeah, it looks cool. I don't know how she came up with the design like that, to have the design behind the Lady Monster like that. And I dig that with the number on the side. So
it's not showing the true color on here.
Yeah, well, pictures never do anything justice. So yeah, that's way better than me putting a picture up. I do have and Craig's such a marketing genius. Like when he markets something, he sends me the pictures, but it's got the nice wild ass trailer in the background, and it's pretty good. So I'm excited to have some Lady Monster hats. So that's really cool. So Renee, you did a great job designing them. I don't know who all worked on it. I know Misty did because Renee and Misty aren't gonna have hats just magically appear here without talking about it all month long and going back and forth. So I'm sure you had something to do with it. So you did a nice job, and I really like it because we're just going to get hats here, and I don't have to design them or, I don't get any of the cool credit that you get when you do design them. But I design things. I'm just a roughneck, so when I do things, they're not real girl style. But we do have our other hats. So we have our 5-year hat as well. So these are going to be on the website at the same time. Cool. So if anybody's looking for these hats, I know some people had saw them. We had them down in Daytona, and we gave them to some of the sponsors. So people have seen them, but these are the hats. I was waiting to put them on the website until we had the Lady Monster hats because I knew they were in the works. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we're going to have a few things coming online later this week as soon as those hats show up. We got the Lady Monster hats. We got our 5-year hats. And we got the Gators, the neck Gators. So the Gators will be going on there. This is one style with just a logo on there. And when you put it on, it's like that, so to speak. So I'm not used to this mirror thing. I turn the wrong way every time. But I don't know. I love these things. I wear them all the time. You'll always see pictures of me. I have them in the summertime. I love it because they keep the crap out of my mouth, the road grime, and I like them. If I don't wear a helmet, I love it because I don't get sunburned. But this is the other one. They just have a bunch of the little logos all over, and I dig that one too. So I like
I
them
do
both,
too.
but they're gonna all be on the website. The hats and the gaiters among the other stuff that we have on there, and I got some really cool pictures of the other hat. I was having trouble sharing the pictures, so I'm not sure if I can do that. We're having some technical difficulties, of course. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen because I do really like these cool pictures that Craig has. Oh, I'm already sharing my screen for something because we're having trouble. All right, we'll have to come back to that. But those are really good. I'll use those pictures on our website for sure. So I'll post the pictures when they're done here, or maybe I'll try to throw them in the comments when you're going through the news. But pretty exciting news. That was pretty exciting news. You bust out with your news. You should do that every week. Just have something that tells the news without even having to say a word. So now I'm just like train wreck thoughts and everything else. I'll try to get back on track. But the hats look great. I love red. I'm a big fan of red, so that's good. And the hat looks good on you. So I hope you ladies like it. Otherwise, I'll wear one and I'll just
Mm-hmm.
you know, just black it out like when you leave a club and you got to black out the tattoos. I'll just black out the lady. They'll be or red it out or do something. So I just wear the hat like that. I mean, I walk down the road skipping and blowing bubbles. So I guess I don't really not
That
really
was pretty cool.
I don't really care a whole lot what anybody thinks anyhow, so it's all good. Yeah, I found bubbles walking down the road.
Yes, I
Yes,
saw that.
and the ladies, they have the
Did
option that yeah, she showed it with a number on the side. So any of our lady monsters that want to get that mega monsters that want to get their number on the side like that will be a nice little touch. So it's kind of cool. So we'll get all the details of that worked out and we'll be all set. But the hats will be on the website. And then putting the numbers on the side are going to be a little additional thing you can do through Craig and his fundraising efforts. So awesome work. Great work, Renee. Thank you, Craig, for getting those shipped out. And it's pretty awesome. So pretty good. That's some good stuff. I like to have some lady style merch. Got some shirts in the works and things like that. That'll be coming out as well. So we'll have some fun stuff coming into summer. You know, everything's coming up so fast and it's just kind of crazy, you know. Like, you got any nice weather there? You do anything over the weekend that was fun and sunny and warm, or you just like still cold and crappy?
It was cold. We went to dinner with Craig and Renee. They got us out of the house. I was still in my pajamas when they showed up here. I wasn't gonna go anywhere. They drug us out of the house. It's been just cold. It was 22 last night. It's 60 right now. It's just weird, you know.
Yeah. I don't even think it's 60 at my house. I think it's like 50 here. And it was
51.
29 last night. It's like for us, that's like this is crazy for Jersey this time of year. I mean, usually you know, it's plenty warm out by now. It's pretty rare that you're below freezing and into end of April. But yeah, I didn't do much over the weekend. We went out to eat, went to a restaurant. We got some neighbors that I guess they're not that new of neighbors, but they moved in last year, so a year ago or so. But finally got out to dinner with those guys, and so we went out and had a nice dinner, had a good time at some restaurant that was not very far away. One of them works at Princeton University, so he's got a lot of ins with some of the museums there. So we're gonna go down there and check that out. They got a lot of cool stuff down at Princeton University. So he's gonna get us in to see some of they got a really cool museum I want to go to. So kind of fun, and it's gotta take advantage of the stuff that's right next to your house. And you know, everybody knows Princeton University, so it'd be fun to go down there and check that out. So I'll get lots of pictures, but we didn't really do much. But I am excited today because on Meet the Monsters, we got a couple of fun monsters here, get a couple good laughs. I want to talk about my shorts. So I'm bringing Brandi on first because Brandi is the one who does all of our certificates, the awards, the riders to do all kinds of cool stuff. She's the one that works the art up, and she's kind of artsy. So I'll bring her on here, and she can tell a little bit of her story. And she loves to talk. She loves the spotlight. So it's really going to be fun. Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, how are you?
We're doing great. I love the shirt. I love the necklace. You are styling, that's for sure. And you said that's your office chair, so that's where you sit and try to get work done. That's crazy. I could never sit like that. I have a gamer's chair for fat kids to sit in, so I can sit all day. But that thing, I think I just fall asleep.
I do every once in a while.
Yep, doze off. Look at it, man. Just like she's just
Like it.
rocking a little bit. You got a
Just
glass of
rocking
wine.
away.
My
You got a
pillow and my blankie.
you got a glass
That's
of wine
awesome.
sitting in front of you.
Tequila.
Oh, tequila. That's even better. I had you pegged for wine or something that because these are the shorts that she made me. So if you check out these shorts that she
Very
made,
nice.
I think it's just yarn. I don't know. I'm not a guy. Not don't know much about how you did this. What do you call this? Is this crocheting or is this knitting or
Yeah,
what is this?
crochet.
Crochet.
Yeah.
All right. She crocheted some shorts as a joke and sent them to me, and I said I'm gonna wear those on my ride. So I tried them on. They do fit me. It's might be a little bit. I don't think I'll be able to ride by any schools or anything like that, but I can. I think I go down the highway of Arizona or somewhere where it's kind of nice. I'm gonna have my shorts on. I'm gonna get one picture of me with my new tattoo and my shorts in it. But Dylan pointed out something I really got to be careful about. If one strand of this yarn gets caught in my belt, I will be clothes gone in about 30 seconds. So I'm gonna have to be careful, but stay tuned for that. But that's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun. But so that's kind of cool. Do you do anything else on your spare time other than knit shorts?
No, that's about it. Work and knit.
Ride motorcycle. Brandy's one of our riders that's riding the Hoka this year. Are you pretty excited about that?
I am getting a little nervous, but
I was nervous my first time. I got to be honest. Like when I rolled out of my driveway, I had like butterflies in my stomach, knowing that I'm leaving home on this uh, adventure like that. So it's got to be pretty good because now it's getting to be riding season. So that means it's getting to be pretty good prep time. What do you got going on for prep for it?
well, I've pretty much spent all winter prepping. I finally got the lights put on, so those are phenomenal. But of course, it started snowing last night and tonight, so it's really hard to get out there and ride at night in the snow. I'm a sissy. But
Yeah, well, that's not being a sissy.
No,
That's
you're
just
not.
like ride a motorcycle is supposed to be enjoyable. You
yeah.
either gotta like riding the snow is not enjoyable, and I don't condone that kind of behavior. I would never ride in the snow. That's what I tell Amy all the time. I'll never ride in the snow. I wouldn't do that. So it's all good. But we got a few questions for you other than the prep questions. So that's just because I wanted to ask that. But Misty will start you out with a question or two, and then we'll go from there.
Be nice.
I'll be nice to you. I'll start out. Brandi, what's your favorite color and your middle name?
Favorite color would be red, and my middle name's Kate.
Okay.
After my mom's twin sister.
Do you say Kate?
K. K-A-Y.
Oh, K.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
BK.
That's all.
Okay.
I like when it has a purpose or has
Meaning.
Yeah.
after somebody. I
Yep.
think that's kind of cool. I like that. You want to ask her anything else, or is it my turn?
You go ahead.
All right. How old were you when you started riding motorcycle? I know when you switched to a Harley, but how old were you when you actually started riding motorcycles on your own?
30. Oh, you're gonna make me do math. I
Okay.
started.
Well, you were well
2000.
into an adulthood.
Yeah, I started. My husband bought my first bike in Oregon. I was in West Virginia in 2017. So yeah.
So fairly new. How'd you get in decide to ride on your own? You got tired of being a passenger behind his bike, or what happened?
Well, that's a funny story. I've never been on the back of a bike. He called me and said that he had found a bike out there that he absolutely loved, and I told him when we paid the house off that he could buy a motorcycle. Well, he was picking between two of them, and I said, if you can get it for $8,000 or less, go ahead and get it. He says, well, there's a black one and a silver one. Well, me being me, I'm just like, well, buy them both. See if you can get them for 14,000. Buy them both. I was joking. He called back and said, I really hope you weren't joking because we have 2 motorcycles now. And that's when it hit me because I never even sat on one. And when he brought them home.
That's funny.
Yeah. I took the course, and when he brought them home, I was scared to death and ended up learning to ride on a scooter. And then here I am.
That's awesome.
That's funny because Twister had never ridden on the back of a motorcycle when she wrecked her perfectly good motorcycle and she rode on the back of mine. I just assume that especially girls just rode on the back and they got tired of being on the back. Well, I was surprised that Twister had never been a passenger. And now here you are, no experience on the back of a motorcycle. And now look at you. You're going to be in the Hokahay and, complete the Hokahay motorcycle challenge just 10 years after you started riding a motorcycle. That's pretty damn good.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's really good. All right, Missy's turn for a question.
Does your bike have a name? Well, I know the new one does. Did your old one have a name too?
Well, the old one, the Yamaha Venture, I think those things weigh out about 1,100 pounds. I called it the Beast because it was.
Okay.
And when I got the Road Glide, it was so light and small. I started calling it the Baby Shark because it was a lot smaller than I was used to. And so that just kind of stuck. That's the name of it. It's Baby Shark.
That's pretty funny that, that you were on such a big bike that a Road Glide seems like it's a small bike. Everybody complains about the baggers being so big. I guess that's the way to learn how to ride, get on something that's bigger. And then really when you go to something like that, it seems small and nimble. So that's pretty funny.
I'm not gonna lie. I miss the heated grips and the heated seat and the reverse on that Yamaha.
Yeah. Well, you can take your car and have all those things.
Yep.
It's like, why be on a motorcycle if you're going to have all that shit on it? Hey, how long can you go without taking a shower?
I used to elk hunt, and so 2 weeks.
Okay, good. Then that'll be fine in the Hokahay because I'm shocked at how many people on the Hokahay can't go 10 days without taking a shower. Or 2 weeks or whatever it's going to take you to do it. I'd guess 2 weeks. And
I mean, I'm going to be honest.
A lot of people are like, I can't do that.
Yeah. Elk hunting, you do it in the winter. So it's not hot and sultry and 100 degrees. So we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be much different in August in the Northeast than it will be. But there's truck stops you can always dip into if you have to, or a lake or whatever. So there's options. I chose just to take my shirt off and ride in the rain. That's the only shower I took, and my first 2 Hokahays were that kind of thing. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good though.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you go 2 weeks, I'll be impressed. I won't be impressed with your smell when I see it at the finish line, but I'll be impressed you did it.
Just have that ice cream cone ready when I get there.
That's just that. Gavin loves to hug people after they haven't showered for 2 weeks. So we'll make sure he's standing at the finish line to wrap up and give everybody a hug when they come in, and then he can, because he'll remember that smell for the next 20 years. He'll be talking about the stinky Hokahay riders. So that'd be good humor.
That's
all right.
I can't wait.
Exactly. All right, Misty, what do you got?
What's one thing you'll never leave home without on a ride besides your wild ass?
My bike jack.
Oh, good one.
I mean, now that I know how to use it, and I'm not standing on the side of the road guessing and going, what am I doing? I was getting ready to actually open YouTube and watch your video to figure out how to use it. And then that woman pulled up. I'm like, get over here and help me.
Nice.
I literally tipped mine over the driveway, and I'm actually going to do that again. I'll just take a warm up on it before I do my trip. I'm going to tip it over right and left side again. to practice. I think everybody should do that. It's good practice to do the go for getter up, and it
Yep.
works really good too. Like when you get it
It really,
down, but it takes a second just to figure out the angle of the leg, because you got to start it right so as it goes up, it's not kicked so far out. But once you do that, and it helps to practice like anything else. So that's pretty cool. But I
yeah.
really appreciate you doing the awards that you do. You do a lot of work on that, and I did that for, I don't know, a year or whatever it was. It was a pain in the ass, and you are a lot more talented at that kind of stuff, and how you do the artwork on it and put it all together. You're really making those look good, and it gets a lot of people to do our rides, all our Monster Mile rides. All the awards come through Brandi and Wrong Way, and Brandi does all the artwork on them and gets them out to people, and it goes a long ways, because that was fun in the kids' treatment, getting them over here to the States and helping just take some of the burden off of that. So our fun riding, collecting things, we just wrapped up the honor roll week, and people go in and get a fun thing that you make, and you make it really fun. So I just want to tell you thank you for that, and thank you for making it fun for them, so when people want to do it, they get a fun little souvenir out of it. So that's pretty
And I
awesome.
enjoy
And
doing it if I read this story and they have something special, like somebody, and I'm sorry, I can't remember. Someone did a ride and they went to eat donuts, and so I like put little donuts on it. So I just wonder if sometimes people even see the crazy things I put on there. Like I did a special one for Chad, and when he gets that, he may block me.
That's awesome, though. That's what makes it so fun, and that's really what it is fun. I mean, if somebody wants to be serious and they want to, have a bunch of things that's great. Good for you. But I'm more about the story. I don't give a crap. I mean, if I have to go brag to somebody I did 1,000 miles, I don't want to talk to those people anyhow. Like, I want to have a story to tell at the end of it, and I like how you have that, and you make a story, and it's worth looking at and remembering, and it's not
Yeah.
just congratulations, you rode 1,000 miles, you rode 500 miles, congratulations, you did this, and thank you. That's it.
Just have
I
the
really
ones
like it.
thumbs up.
Yeah. So that's pretty great. But thank you for coming on. We greatly appreciate all you do, and you look great in front of a camera, and you do really well. You're a lot of talk about how you don't like it and you're not very good at it, but you did just a wonderful job, just like you do with all the other stuff. Yeah, you are a mega monster. We appreciate you. So thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Brandi.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now, the next monster is another great monster to have, and I can't wait until this guy is my neighbor. So we will bring on, I don't know if anybody even saw the title of the show. It's Tacos and Brandi. So people probably thought we were having a food and drink tonight, but it's just all about monsters. So we had the Brandi. Now we're going to have the taco on.
Oh,
So
nice.
welcome, Taco.
Perfect.
How goes
Good to
it?
see you, my man.
Good to see
It
you.
goes well. Good to see you. You're looking good. I love the background you got there. Got a lot of green in the trees. You're a little ahead of us. And I heard it's nice weather down there. So Taco just loved the idea of being around Riot. So as soon as he heard that I was heading to Starkville, he just rushed right down there and got a place. And someday we're going to be neighbors. He beat me there, but we're going to be neighbors someday, and I'm looking forward to it. So welcome to the show. As always, good to see you, my man.
Yes, sir. Honored to be here.
Yeah, you've been a monster for some time. Very active. Do lots of fun stuff. The bike nights, the events, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you, and a lot of fun to hang out at these events. So it's pretty cool. And of all the stuff you've done, do you have a favorite so far?
I've done quite a bit of stuff, but one of my favorite things, I guess, was probably the Goats Texas tour. Because that's where I really got to meet everybody and see what it was about, and that was a pretty good time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was like almost like not real. It was so cool. The ride, the movie, the premiere of it, and the Monster Day. It was like, man, that was one hell of a weekend when we had that premiere, and you know,
Yeah. And I
you
got to
know, the
sit next
Monster
to
Day
Donnie
and rolled right
Chaffee.
into a ride. Got to sit next to what?
I got to sit next to Don during the premiere, Tide. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yep. That was awesome. Yeah, he just
yeah.
cut out a little bit right then. Right, we were talking, just froze. I don't know if the system froze or what, but Missy's got some questions for you too. She's been preparing all day for this. She's a preparer. She's got her hat ready, and she's always like 3 steps ahead of me, but she's ready.
Let's hear it.
Okay. What's your middle name and your favorite color?
Well, my middle name is Don, D-O-N. So
Okay.
all of my family and friends in Arkansas, west of the Mississippi, I'm not Jimmy, I'm not Taco, I'm Jimmy Don. For anybody west of the Mississippi River, it's a 2 name.
Okay.
That's
Jimmy
pretty
Don.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I go home, you know, it's Jimmy Don. When I'm here, it's Jimmy or Taco. But my favorite color forever was maroon. But over the last couple of years, I've had a change of heart, and my favorite color today is blue.
Nice. Okay.
Huh. Yeah, that's
Interesting.
crazy. I
It is.
I thought for sure. Like I was just waiting. I thought you were gonna say state, the maroon, that state. You know, I don't know what the
Well,
technical name to that color is,
right.
but that's what I thought you were gonna say for sure. So when you're like it was, I was like, hey, wait, what? If you're going to
Yeah.
some old Miss color, I'm getting you. Like he'd been
No.
like, well, you know, I'm kind of cheering for Ole Miss. I just been like, see you, bye.
Never.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty funny. Taco's son went to Mississippi State, graduated from Mississippi State, and then my son went there. So we've met a couple of times, and right when I was getting to know Taco, I ran into him at a football game there. So that was kind of fun. And now that I consider him a really good friend, I know him well. Of course, now I can't get down there. We can't coordinate anything, but that's the way it goes. So life's a little busy, but that's pretty good. I got one for you. You know, when you ride these long rides, does your wife go with you? And if so, what's the longest that she'll sit in the saddle?
Yep. Well, she does. Not every time, but she's been on several saddle sores with me, 1,000-mile rides.
Oh, wow.
And yep.
Nice.
And she, you know, she's a trooper. She's not right now. She had a little accident. I'm not going to.
Yeah, I know.
But so she's not sitting her ass in a saddle anywhere right now. I'll say that. But yeah, I mean, she does.
Nice.
That's pretty good, because to sit 1,000 miles like in my seat is much easier. My seat's comfortable. You know, everybody knows the operator's got a better position. All things are better. So to sit, yeah, exactly. And to sit on the back, though, even with the wild ass, like nothing is as comfortable. I wouldn't think. I guess I've never ridden on the back, but it doesn't appear that would be as comfortable.
It's
Sit
not.
back there. So sit there for 1,000 miles. That's damn good. Yeah, you would know.
Her
So
biggest
sit there for
complaint is
1,000
she
miles.
can't see around me. She has to look around. That's her biggest complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I would think so. Yeah. All right, Misty, your turn.
So a lot of people maybe, well, I myself, how did you get the name Taco? I don't know.
I get
Other
it.
than maybe you love tacos. I don't know.
Well, it's really, I love tacos. So years and years has went by, and we would always go with my club guys and all this to eat. And if they ever asked me where to go, hey, let's go get some tacos. And it was like that forever. And then finally one day we're at a Mexican restaurant and having tacos, and they broke out the taco road name in the patch and all that kind of good stuff.
Oh,
Yep, it always comes from something like that. So
Yeah.
that's pretty
awesome.
good. If you won the lottery, you could have your garage filled with any motorcycles in the world, what would your top 2 motorcycles be?
Oh, wow,
You
that's a
could
good
have
one.
anything you wanted. What would they be?
Oh my goodness. So the first one would probably be you want to hear it, but it's probably a 49 Indian Chief. I would love to have an old Chief. Years ago, my dad, this is a pretty common one out there. You can get them, but my dad had a Honda 754. It was a nice ride, and I'd probably have one of those. And of course, any old Harley. I'd like to have an old knucklehead or something along those lines.
Yeah, they'd be nice. Some of those bikes cost a fortune too. You need to win the lottery, and certain models, I guess, not all of them. Yeah, and you got to be a mechanic too. That's always been, such a drawback. But boy, some of those bikes really bring some high bucks.
They do,
depending on what you're looking for. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool to go old school on it and have that. But you got any big plans coming up for the summer other than the Hoka?
Not really. Of course, we're going to the Fancy 5 in October. We'll be there for that. We got a couple other things. I'm going to try to get up to see some of the heroes. We got some stuff in the works. I'm not going to put out just yet until we get everything finalized, but we got some stuff in the works to go see some of those. So
that's awesome. And this Hoka will be your what? How many Hokas have you done, and how do you like them?
This will be my second one. The first one, first one was in 2024. And I got hooked on it, so here we are going to do it again in 26.
That's awesome. And are you going to be okay starting without a hurricane?
Yeah.
You want me to come out? You want me to come up with a garden hose and a fire truck or something, and just kind of?
I wouldn't expect anything less.
When you head out, so you kind of feel like you're I'm back in the game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, sorry, I was taking Misty's spot there. It was her turn, but I kind of jumped in on that.
I'm used to that.
Sorry.
What's one thing you won't leave home without on a ride besides your wild ass?
This baby right here.
What is it?
That's my Spot GPS
tracker.
Oh, yes.
So this is the Gen 4. There's a lot fancier ones out there than this one, but Mark Campbell, a good buddy of mine, introduced me to this years ago. And it actually came in handy on the 24 Hoka when we were in areas that we didn't have any cell service. I had this thing pre-programmed with preset messages. So whenever at night, when I was somewhere in Canada or Alaska or wherever and didn't have any service, I could push a button and it would tell my wife and family that I was okay and that, I didn't have no cell service and all that. It has a lot of cool options, but never leave home without this or something similar.
Nice.
And I tell you, that's a great thing to have, because not only can you talk to your family and let them know you're okay, but when you're not okay, you can get yourself help, and you have that. And there are people who don't know what that is. It's a tracker. But if you flip a lid, there's a little button on there. You open it up and you push that down. It's an SOS button, and they will send help to your location. They know exactly where you are. And there's times, and it was after I could have used that I started carrying a tracker. Now I'm with you. I don't ride without it, and I wear it. I don't even have it mounted on my bike. I wear it. I'm connected to my jacket, probably 90% of the time. Yeah, for that reason. But those things technology is amazing, and I think if you're gonna do what we do, you have to embrace some technology. You don't have to be a tech, but I just think you're crazy not to, because if you get in and something happens and you get where they can save you, they just have to get to you and know you're hurt. Like, it's crazy to think that for $20 a month, I passed that up, and now, something horrible happened, and where they could have found me at 10 o'clock last night. Now they're not finding me until 6 a.m. That's a long time to sit when you're really hurt, So
and every preset message, the one that says, "Hey, I'm okay," one that says whatever in the SOS one, they all have your coordinates. It sends the coordinates every time you hit the button. So no matter what, if somebody wanted to know where you were based off of that, whether you're okay or SOS or not, it sends the coordinates so you can be located pretty easy.
Nice.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. A great thing to have, that's for sure. And there's a bunch of them. There's different ones. I use Zolio, but it's similar to that. I can just text from my phone with it, but they make a bunch of those. So if anybody's interested, hit any of us up. We all have them on our bikes. But if you're somebody new to the motorcycle world, and they use those outside of motorcycles too. You can use those on hunting trips, riding a pedal bike, anything you want. You can mount them on anything. They're not made for just what we do. So
Right.
they're handy, and you can take them
I've
anywhere.
taken
They'll
them
work
hunting.
anywhere in the world.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have it with me all the time when I'm hunting. I think they're amazing. I'm all about somebody getting my fat ass out of the woods if I fall down a hill and break both my legs. I don't want to sit there until somebody finds me and then have to drag me out. Like I want to go, I'm still pretty fresh. So
Right.
well, that's awesome, man. You got any other questions for him, Misty?
When did you start riding? How old were you? Were you-
7, 8. My dad's he's a motorhead, a guy. We had motorcycles and go-karts and anything with wheels since time I could walk. So
Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
pretty great. Do you wreck
That
any of
is.
those little things when you were a kid?
a
Were you
lot.
crashing motorcycles? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what most people have a story of some good tumble they took, and they can envision that as they tumbled through the dirt and felt like
Right.
we're doing 100 miles an hour, probably doing 10 on a mini bike, but they felt
Right.
like you were flying. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you, appreciate your commitment to our heroes, and always being there for them, and always, as you say, being the example. So that's a great motto that you have, and I like that. He always tells Taco's advice to everybody's be the example, and that is great advice. If you're the example, then you're doing something right in life, and which you
Right.
are. So it's great. I look forward to growing old down the street from you, and we can
Come
laugh
on.
at all the cool shit we did. And we'll tell stories in the cafe, and all the youngsters will be like, "Yeah, right. Those old guys. You really think they rode
Right.
across the country in one day? I don't want to hear it." They both lost their mind, but we'll have some pictures to share, and we'll have a good time. So
Right on.
thanks for coming on, my man.
Yes, sir.
Give the honey a hug. Give the honey a hug for me.
We'll do it.
Awesome. We'll see you later.
Take care.
Well, that was awesome. They're a couple of great
That was.
monsters.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
time.
they're both. Brandi does such a good job on those things, and it's pretty impressive that she hasn't been riding that long.
No. Yeah.
2017. Like in my mind, my daughter graduated from high school when she started riding. In my mind, she just graduated.
Yep.
She didn't, but it's pretty crazy. And now she's going to be on her first Hoka Hay, and you know,
That's
and
awesome.
Taco will be on his second Hoka Hay, and be some fun people to cheer on. That's for sure. That's pretty great. But
That'll be fun
they're
to
nice.
watch.
Those guys to come on. Yeah, they're great people too. They're both those are really fun to hang out with, and they get along with everybody. And if you don't get along with Taco, if you can't go hang out and have a beer with that guy, then there's something wrong with you. And you're just not a people person, and you just stick to long distance motorcycle riding, because you're not going to get along with anybody if you can't get along with Taco. All right. Now I'm totally off of everything. So we already talked about the honor roll and your weekend, because I got all distracted with the hats and that kind of thing. But I did talk to Dooley today. I can't share what they're doing because my system is not sharing with me, but those guys are still killing that mission
They are.
777, and people are getting on board with it. I just looked at their Give Butter. So if you want to go support those guys, go do that. They're really killing the miles. Brett, he may disappear by December. I'm a little worried he's gonna
Yeah.
look like a Kenyan by the time our party gets here. We might have to force feed him some burgers the first of every month leading up to it, but he's dropping weight like crazy with that running. So but they're banging it out, and they're not just doing 7 miles, they're doing 9 miles, 10 miles, 14 miles. It's like
Mhm.
they've just straight bumped their head right into next level. Like I would just do the 7 and be gone, but they're doing well above and beyond. So that's pretty crazy. So, and both
That
of them, the
is.
street cred, they're at 110 days. The 777's at 110 days. We were talking about it before the show. Think of anything you do in your life and how hard it is to do that every single
Yeah.
day. Anything, the good, the bad. I mean, I don't know. Like riding a motorcycle every day is not for me. It will never be for me. It will never happen in a million years. But take one hell of a fundraiser to get me to ride a motorcycle every every day for a year. I just think could you do it every day for a year? Even if you lived
No,
in Arizona, you're not doing
no,
it where you live without it. Well, you got a nice
no.
garage now. You could get a
I could do a
little
little
couple
circle.
laps in there.
Do
But
that,
yeah, but if
but
you lived in
I
Arizona, could
wouldn't.
you do it every day? Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I did it 10 days one time, and I had to change my life from work to do the 10 days. I literally
I did
did.
the honor roll.
I know.
I did the honor roll 7 days, and 2 of those days I was coming home from Oklahoma, and the other 5 I was at home and it was 90 degrees. It wasn't like it was
Yeah.
awful. I was riding around in shorts, but I was like, I had to stop what I was doing, go get on my bike. My
Yeah.
wife comes home from work. I want to hang out with her, and then I'm like, oh, I got to go ride, and I rode
It's like
a
a
mile.
chore, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. So I got mad props for those
No
girls that
kidding.
are riding every day and those boys that are running every day. So that's pretty good. So that's all I got. You got the news, and you can fulfill me with all the things I missed out on over the weekend while I was not paying attention to things. I was locked in my office for 2 days trying to get some stuff done. So
I got a
now I'm
little bit
kind of
of
caught up.
news.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So he'll be coming to the States to have treatments. They changed the dates. He'll be here between the May 5th and 8th. So,
Yeah, I was
look
bummed
forward to
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were
He'll be
originally
there.
talking about
Be
coming
fun.
down the end of this month. And then
Mhm.
it got pushed back, and I can't get down there and get back to start my ride. So that's just kind of a bummer.
That's a bummer. Yeah.
But
Tomorrow he has a normal appointment. So hope all goes well with your appointments, Alfie. And Jackson starts his new meds in a couple days. So hope that all goes well for him. He has a cardiology appointment on May 7th. They'll be doing some blood work and that and checking out to make sure everything's good for him with the meds and everything. Mr. Gavin, he's
yes,
painting away. What's that?
I said it's nonstop with the doctors
Oh,
and the
it
you know
is.
like
It is.
even when things are going good, you still got to get checked, and you got to do this and you got to do that. So
Yep.
that's the craziness all the time. I was glad to see Gavin get painting again.
I am too.
I like that. I want him to do one. So Gavin, if you're listening, I think you should do one painting with your mouth only. So you got to
Oh,
hold the brush in your mouth and do one painting with no handed. Say, look, mom, no hands, and you got to do one painting like that. I was going to tell him that myself, but if he's watching tonight, that's what you should
that's
try to do. One
awesome.
painting, and then do one with your eyes closed. Envision something, close your eyes, and see how close you get it to what you want, and then have your drawing to the left, and then we can all laugh at how good it was or how bad it was.
That's,
I'm encouraging him to do that. Like, I'm not going to do it, so we'll have Gavin
no,
do
it sounds pretty
it.
tough. That's a good idea.
No,
Mom said that he's been struggling with doing the red, white, and blue only. That's hard to do just those colors. But if you're into the red, white, and blue, watch the next couple weeks because there's a couple more coming. So just, ugh.
I was on the road and I
I
couldn't get in
know.
on the one, and then the other one I missed it that day. I said, "Oh, I got to do that later," and then I'm like, missed out on it. So next one
So
is riots.
I think there's a couple more, and then he said he's really done with the red, white, and blue. He's not doing it again. We'll see, but that's what he said. He doesn't like just red, white, and blue. So, yeah. So we'll see. We also found out this weekend that Gavin has one hell of a golf swing. I don't know if you saw his video.
I saw that. I did. He sent me
Yeah,
that video.
I
I was
think
like, "Damn,
he's a
I'm going to
regular
Top
Happy
Golf."
Gilmore. So yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I was
he's
surprised. He
definitely.
looked like a natural.
He did. He did. He did really good. And then they had T's birthday this I think it was Friday. So they spent time with that and
His
uh,
birthday's today.
it's today. Yes, I think
Yeah,
they did
Tristan's
some
his
celebrating
party was in the
Friday.
weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Tristan,
that's awesome. So
happy
happy
birthday.
birthday, Tristan. Yes.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
awesome. That is. Don't forget the Goats Taco Feast, June 6th. That's coming up. Well, soon anyway, not for too long. And he has a pulmonologist appointment in Houston this week. So good luck with that, Gavin. All these appointments,
Perfect.
there's constant appointments with these poor kids. So Turbo's doing good. He's shipping out hats himself. He's insisting on doing it himself. So it's taken a little longer, but just know it's packaged with love. So just be prepared for that. So, and
That's
Turbo
awesome.
time tomorrow at 5 Pacific, 7 Central. Be sure and watch Turbo Time. I look forward to seeing you on there. So
That's great. That'll be
that
great
is.
tomorrow. Then I like that when 5 o'clock is so early. And then you added Pacific. I'm like, that's perfect. It's right now, this
That's
time of day.
perfect.
I'm
This time. Yep.
winding down. I'm sitting. I watched it last week, and I was
I
just
love it.
sitting in my recliner taking a night off. So it was nice
Yeah.
to see him back on the air. So it's fun.
That's awesome. Brody's concrete's all poured. They're just waiting for railings. He's loving it. He's loving the ramp. So he's using that and thinking that's great. He's doing some state testing for school, which has to be bleh. It's going to be
Yeah,
bad.
testing sucks.
It just does.
Tell me,
Uh,
yeah.
It's just not good.
No, thank you. I don't want to test anything other than like give me a motorcycle to test, and I'll
Yeah.
do that.
Or
But anything that
Yep.
involves a pencil and tell me a test, I don't want anything to do with
number
it.
a number 2 pencil and
Yeah,
no, thank you.
No,
Um,
I'm good.
And prayers to mom because she's having a rough time right now. She's having morning sickness and kind of is basically on bed rest. So prayers to you, mom, to feel better soon because that's just really yucky.
Yeah, and then you get through that, you're rewarded with childbirth. Yay. Like,
Yeah.
like no
Yeah.
thanks. It's like all of a
Yeah.
sudden the sickness doesn't seem so bad. I'm having a monster come out of me. Like, I'll pass on all of it. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just want to say it's Jack's birthday is coming up on
Yep.
May 3rd.
May
So
3rd.
yeah, his birthday is right around the corner, and I always think of Jack's birthday as springtime. It's like hardcore spring now,
I
like
hope.
that's ready to go. So I'm hoping we have real spring come his birthday. We
Good.
better.
We
It's
better.
not looking
Yeah.
good.
Yes. Exactly. Yep. I
Anything
hope
else?
so. That Craig's challenge. There's still time to sign up. So
Perfect. Yeah, he was looking for more people. And if you don't understand Craig's challenge, hit him up. It's not
Mhm.
overly complicated. It's not designed for people who ride all the time. This is designed for people who don't always get out and ride. And maybe you do, maybe you don't, but maybe you're looking to do more. And it's a great way to kind of work up to see what you can do. And if you find out it's more than you can do, well, you lasted 2 months, but you might not have lasted all the way. So it's a fun idea. So I hope it catches on and people are getting into it. You have until the
Okay.
end of the month to get signed up, because even if you sign up the last 2 days, you can still ride the basic riding they have that you need to get through April. Then you'll have the whole month of May to get on the next level. So that's all good.
And Dylan's right. New riders bring new supporters, so brings new blood to the.
They do, and you just get out and find out you can do what nobody that rides at the level of these riders, they all started out somewhere. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday the first time I did 1,000 miles in a day. And I thought, oh my God, I did 1,000 miles in a day. And I stopped. I took pictures of the odometer. I was exhausted. I just wanted to get to hotel. And, so everybody has that starting point. So anybody thinks that people are just like born, other than L Train, Lionel, he's the only guy I know that I think was born on a motorcycle and just rode 1,000 miles. If you don't know who Lionel is, he's a friend of all of ours. He's just a beast of a rider. But anyhow, the average Joe is not just born to do 1,000 miles. So this Craig's challenge is awesome to do that, and you get a free number add onto your hat if you sign up tonight. So go to the website and get signed up and just do it. And it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And, speaking of riding, I'd want to share my picture because I got my map finalized. I've been working on this over and over and over again, but I got it finalized. It looks like it's going to take me 39 days. 40 days is what I have scheduled to do it. So I have an extra day in there, so to speak. Everywhere where there's a numbers where I plan to sleep. And I have it. If you see the X right here in the middle of the country, right on top of the S, there's a dealership right there in Kansas called Rawhide Harley Davidson. So I'm going to reach out to them, and my plan is to leave my truck and trailer and a motorcycle in it and right there. So when I do mile, I get done with the L, I'm going to dip down, leave my bike for service, and jump on Pearl and go do the E and the little dash out to Milwaukee, and then ride Pearl back down to the dealership, and then head out and do the MONS, drop the bike off for service, and then do the T, finish the S, I guess, and then part of the T and grab the bike again, and then go do all that. And then on my way back to Texas, I can stop, swap bikes, and finish out the exclamation point, and then rip up to Kansas and get my truck and trailer and go home. So this was a great way. I've been working on this a long time to try to figure out the best way to, so I don't have to sit and watch my bike get serviced and have a bike. I wanted to have a bike in the middle of the country, so if I wreck or something happens, I can take off. So this works out really good because now I can leave my food, clothes, and a bike in a trailer sitting there ready to go and do that. So that kicks off May 13th. I'm leaving home on May 10th, and I will start the M on May 13th because M is the 13th letter in the alphabet. And that's the 13th of May, which is my favorite number. All things are working to the 13th, so that's what I want to do. I'll be starting that M on the 13th. If you come and join me on this ride, get a picture, even if you can't join me, bridge, overpass, whatever it is, you share a picture of me on this ride, you're eligible to win Babe. So somebody that meets me on this ride, rides with me, gets a picture and post it, and makes a little donation to my Give Butter. That's all you got to do, and you're going to be eligible for a shot at Babe just from that group of people. So just the people who do that are going to get it, but you're still in for the every $25 you get is a whole nother drawing. But somebody that gets a picture with me and shares this epic ride to promote Mile Monsters and our heroes across this country. This is just about spreading awareness about what we do and why we do it. So we're covering the entire country, but anybody that shares that is going to be eligible to be on that stage to win Babe. I think this is one of the greatest ways because I have to be coming somewhere near everybody. So all you got to get is a picture. You just go out, and I'm going to have 3 trackers on my bike. 2 of them are live. So there's going to be all kinds of options to see exactly where I am and when I'm going to be there. The route's going to be there. If anybody wants to know what road that is, you can't zoom in and figure it out. You let me know. I'll let you know the towns I'm heading to and be good. But it's going to be the biggest ride I've ever attempted. To follow these roads and to stay is going to be very hard. It's like doing a Hokahe times 3 because the amount 35,000 miles, but I've done a lot of miles before, but I could go around storms. That's the thing about the tough part about the Hokahe is like you're following a route and Mother Nature doesn't care about your route. So that's what's going to happen here. So that I, the L, the N, and the S, and even the E and the T, that whole section of the country is prime time tornado season. So I will be right there at the worst possible time to be there. So if nothing else, I hope I get some good video and without turning into Dorothy and landing in Oz. But if I land in Oz, I'm not playing around with that witch or those flying monkeys. I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm clicking my heels as soon as I land. I'm coming home, honey. So clicking my heels and dipping on the flying monkeys because that scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I have nightmares about flying monkeys. So I'm going to avoid that. So I'm pretty excited about this ride. I got to get myself in a little better shape to get ready for it. I'm not quite there with that. I'm not in riding shape physically and be ready to sit in the saddle that long. I just haven't been on the bike enough to get totally ready, but it'll come. So I'm ready. It'll be there, but we got a lot going on next week. We're going to talk about the 250 that's coming up, the Monster 250, and get everybody on board with that, and we'll be good to go. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming up, so it's going to be a great year. An excellent year, and I love the hats. They look good on you. You like it?
I
Now
do.
you got done. You like the look of it and
Yeah.
everything and the
Yeah.
feel and so
Mhm.
I
It's
had a hard
awesome.
time. Yeah, I had a hard time like trying to decide even what hat to get.
Yeah.
Like as a guy, I'm like, I don't know. I look at girls, okay, girls wear that. And then I look at girls and I'm like, girls are just like guys. They have a style they like. Some girls like hats, the mesh, and other girls like those kind of flat on top of your head. You can't put anything on, you can't put anything other than maybe a logo. And that was it. So thank you
Yeah.
again, Renee, for just
Yes.
designing it, and anybody else that had anything to do with the design. I appreciate you just getting the design and getting a hat out there so our lady monsters can represent. So that's pretty awesome. So that's all I got. Got anything else you want to add?
Um, Old Man's Party. Do you want
Oh,
to bring
thank
that
you.
up? Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. I wanted to, and I just got sidetracked. That the old man's party is down in Florida. It's on Saturday. He's going to hit the 200,000 miles. I think he's babying that bike now, trying not to go over it. He wants to do it, going to that party. And this is simply amazing. And I'm hoping to be down there myself. There's a lot going on. And to do 200,000 miles, to me, is just still mind boggling. It's one of the most amazing things.
It is.
It's probably the most amazing thing that I know of any human being that I'm friends with has done. People do all kinds of crazy, amazing shit, but that is out of people that I'm friends with. I can't think of anything more amazing that anybody's done. Other than that, somebody probably done something really amazing. Now they're going to get on me, but this is just crazy. And to ride 100,000 miles is amazing to me. And he doubled that. Like to ride 200,000 miles in 1 year is just next level incredible. Like I remember talking to people and they would tell me they had 200,000 miles on a motorcycle. And I can remember a younger guy talking to these guys, older guys talking about, oh, I got 250,000 miles on my motorcycle. And I thought, this guy is a beast. He's got 250,000 miles on his motorcycle over the course of 15 years, but he still got 200 and some thousand miles. Pat's got 200,000 miles in 12 months. Like I just is
That's
beyond
great.
comprehension. It's really hard to wrap my head around that somebody actually did that. I wish you could see on my camera. I have a map right above my head that's mounted on the wall of what I did in 2024. And I'm looking at that map, and that is 100,000 miles of me riding all over the country. And I look at that map and I think that's an incredible amount of highway, every state, all over the country. And to think that a human being did double that, I wanted to throw my motorcycle away and spend a year and a half in my truck. And a human being has done double that. Is my hat's off to him, man. So I hope everybody can appreciate the fact. I don't care if you're an Indian fan, if you're a Pat fan, this goes above and beyond liking the guy or liking the brand.
Mhm.
This, you just have to have pure respect for somebody who
Absolutely.
did something that is borderline impossible. There'll be so many people that will call him a liar. It's not even funny. Like the
Mhm.
average Joe that doesn't know him. So this is, and my hat's off to Indian. I gotta say, like I ride Harleys. I've always been a Harley guy. That bike has lasted 200,000 miles. That is an incredible piece of machinery to do 200,000 miles without a motor or a transmission imploding. Anything really major on that thing it hasn't gone. So,
Mhm.
I mean, Indian ought to be doing, you know, backflips every time somebody has a post about Pat, that their brand is being represented by somebody doing 200,000 miles, because it just doesn't
Mhm.
happen. So much has to go your way. You have to be an incredible rider to avoid all of the bullshit. You have to avoid all of the near misses. You got to keep them near misses to
Oh yeah.
for 200,000 miles. That's a long time of missing cars, deer, weather, bad roads, blowouts. all the things that can go wrong on a bike that have claimed so many of our bikes and so many of our lives. And, you know, it's just really cool. So thank you for bringing that up. I had that in my notes and I totally spaced it off, and I would have been just bummed if I hadn't had a chance to you know, give him some props for a incredible
Yeah.
job he's done, and doing it for a charity, doing it for muscular dystrophy. I didn't even know that there was all these types of muscular dystrophy,
I
and
didn't
I've been
either.
involved with muscular dystrophy for 8 years now. I never knew that was there. And I feel like nobody knew about Duchenne until a lot of you riders started telling people about it. So I feel like anybody listening to this can relate to what he's doing. He's taking something that the world doesn't know about and educating them to know that everybody's got a battle, and he's got family members that had this battle. And there's a lot of people that just, you know, they got the shitty end of the straw, and they need people to be aware of it.
Mhm.
And they don't want a pity party. They just want people to be aware. So you can push for a little more research. You can push for some advancements. You can help some people out when they need it. And that's what people with these diseases are looking for. Not a pity party. You know, they don't want that. They're looking for be treated just like you and I. And understand they might have some difficulties because of this. And Pat's doing a great job of doing that. So he's raising a lot of money and really doing it in high fashion. So congratulations, Pat. I'll be reaching out to you if you happen to watch this. I know he's a busy man. He ain't watching it live right now, but he's a busy guy, and he's going to be busy. He's going to be famous for a long time. His life will never be the same. He will forever be an
Crazy.
Indian spokesman until the end of time. His days on this planet will end, and they'll still be talking about the old man that rode an Indian for 200,000 miles. And that
Mhm.
Indian will be sitting somewhere long after we're all dust. You know, that Indian will be sitting somewhere, and people will be talking about that's the bike that the old man rode, you know, 200,000 miles. And he's riding it a little more than 200,000 miles. And that odometer is gonna look pretty cool sitting there when they stop it. So it's pretty cool. But I'll let him tell that story, and it'll be good. But that's all I got. Thank you for reminding me of that, because that was very important. And remind me to fix my mic next week too. I see it just keeps going. All right, Dylan, are we good?
Mhm.
All right, then we can kill the show. All right, everybody. Thanks. Went a little long, but that's what happens when you meet really badass monsters and hear a lot of epic shit. So thank you, famous one, for the hat reveal. And you're an excellent model of hats. You got a beautiful look to you. So I mean, I'm surprised. I should have had them on the thing right now, because you modeling them would have just sold them all out right now. Be telling Craig in the comments, we already sold 35 hats. Got to get some more. So that'll be good. Look for the hats.
There is
Look for all
limited.
this stuff.
It is limited for the hats. So get your
Yeah,
hats ready.
I think there's 30 of them. 32 is. I can't imagine
Yeah.
Craig went to made 32. So I don't remember. It was 30 something. I would say it's 32. So that's his number. So we'll go with that.
Yep.
And a couple of them are already gone. So that's pretty awesome. So anyhow, that's that. And everybody have a great week. And we'll see you next Monday with some fresh monsters to interview. And we'll go from there. Peace.
So have a good week.